And we welcome you back here to the Palace in Auburn Hills. With Joe Dumars dealing with the bad back and having a tough time, Clark, against Michael Jordan. The Pistons trying something different here, bringing Truck in early to give him a turn against the reigning MVP.
And you know, Kevin, to be candid, even before the back trouble, Dumars had struggled against MJ this season. Just 12 points per game on 29% shooting from the floor. Coach hoping Truck can stem the tide.
And we've said it before, but certainly some history between these two teams. Central Division rivals, the Pistons sent the Bulls home 3 years in a row and route to titles in '89 and '90. But with the Bulls championship and last year's playoffs, it seems at last they have the upper hand.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good. Truck.
You know, he's known mostly for his versatile defensive work, but Truck chipping in offensively here.
He never stops working. Tough upbringing, that motor is what's brought him this far.
Yep, that one goes. And Clark, the Pistons were that great roadblock to the Bulls' title aspirations. It seemed like every year Chicago got a little bit closer.
You're exactly right, Kevin. Each playoffs, they pushed the series just a little bit further until finally, last season, they swept the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals, breaking through to win the franchise's first ever NBA title.
And if I'm headed down the dark alley, I'll take Truck by my side. Nobody's going to want any trouble.
Yeah, I agree there, Mike. He doesn't say a lot. He doesn't have to. One look is enough for him to get his message across.
And for more on Truck, let's go across court to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, big minutes for Truck, who's bounced around quite a bit. This is his 15 in 9 seasons, so I'm sure there's added pressure for him to play well. Back to you.
Pressure indeed, D.A. Thank you. Well, we always talk about the pressure on the stars, Clark, but for those fringe players, they're just trying to hang around.
And now he's tasked with taking on the MVP, Kevin. That's a really tall order.
Now, here's Paxson. Scottie Pippen unable to get his shot to go. Here's Cartwright. Detroit with the rebound. Rodman's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a 3rd-round pick back in 1983. Mike, Truck got his start on those great Celtics teams.
No better place to learn about winning. 4 straight finals runs from '84 to '87 and 2 NBA titles.
Basket counts. And Mike, for the season, the Bulls are among the league leaders in assists at almost 28 a game.
They moved the ball well, and they had to improve in that area in order to finally overcome the Pistons' defensive scheme, famously known as the Jordan rules.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Clock at 6. Jordan can't get it to go. To the middle. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Sees the floor so well. Thomas adds the assist here.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. The Pistons on top, up by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back to the second quarter here at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the 4th matchup of the regular season between the Detroit Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. And the Pistons coming off a 1-2 road trip, Mike. Their last game, a loss in Miami, where they shot, 11 free throws to the Heat's 41 free throw attempts.
Yeah, Joe Dumars was the only Pistons starter to get to the line. Meanwhile, everyone from Miami seemed to be living there, so that was the game.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. Truck misses.
And the shooter had really no airspace to get that shot off. That's good D.
Yeah, terrific defense. Doing a great job contesting without fouling.
Thomas against Armstrong. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Purdue with a screen on Truck. Jordan passes to Armstrong. Opts it up for Jordan. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. So for the Pistons, Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Bedford. And Aguirre's subbed in for Salad. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter.
And the Pistons were very frustrated in their loss to Miami the other night. Coach got ejected, and there were 5 other technical fouls called.
And I think the Pistons frustrated just overall this season, especially when they played on the road.
Now here's Thomas. Shot clock at 5. Back to Truck. No good by Truck. Jordan playing the defense that time.
Yeah, you know, he takes the hit, but looks like he didn't get his feet set in time.
Yeah, I think there was some movement at the point of contact.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Bill Cartwright, he's checked in for Purdue. And it's Paxson in for Hobson. Back to Truck. And finished off by Truck.
And Truck helping to push the Pistons back out front.
Chicago trailing here. And the league leader in rebounding, Clark, Dennis Rodman, averaging 18.5 per game.
Boy, that's a ridiculous stat. I mean, his defensive rebounding rate more than twice what it was his rookie season. I mean, he's literally made a science of it, studying where shots are coming off and how he can get there using his strength and length.
And so far, the Pistons got to be happy, Mike, with what they've been getting from Truck.
He's played Jordan pretty even so far. Definitely holding his own. That's impressive.
Now here's Thomas. Back to Truck. The kick out to Walker. Driving to the basket. The rebound by Cartwright.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Mike leading the league in scoring for the 6th consecutive season, the great Michael Jordan.
Surprise, surprise. A hair under 30 points per game this season, and that's a dip from what he's accustomed to.
Well, we've seen Rodman do that often, going up, getting that board, and getting the putback. Exactly what you want from him inside.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Bill Andrews checked in for the Pistons. Dumars comes in for Isaiah Thomas. Horace Grant, he's checked in for Chicago. Pippen comes in for Armstrong. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And when you look at Scottie Pippen's growth to an elite level, I think it's really what's made this Bulls team so unstoppable.
And you pair him with Jordan, most teams simply don't have an answer for the both of them coming at you.
Clark, here we have another sellout crowd at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Over 21,400 in attendance.
Kevin, it's one of the bigger arenas in the association, and they pack it out. These rabid fans are hungry for a win.
Here's Grant after the basket by Detroit. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of basketball. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Dumars. Truck against Jordan. Outside Aguirre. Outside Dumars. To the paint. And the jam by Truck. And the Bulls, Mike, so explosive offensively.
A great 1-2 punch with Jordan and Pippen. And with Paxson, Hodges, and Armstrong, they surround them with shooters.
Now here's Jordan. 11 points in the game. Tipped away.
Great job on the glass, banging bodies down low. Needed to fight for that position to pull it in.
And Dumars with the basket on the assist by Truck. Dumars got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons. Chicago calls timeout. Thomas checked in for the Pistons. And the Bulls making... Detroit with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And we're back for the second half of play here in Auburn Hills, Michigan, as the Pistons look to get a win against their rival, the Chicago Bulls. Bulls trail by 10.
You know, there's a sense in Detroit that they just don't get as many calls as they did when they were the champions. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how they feel.
Yeah, rightly or not, they feel they're more scrutinized when they're guarding and not getting the benefit of the doubt when they draw contact on offense.
High post Lambeer. Kicks it to Truck. Outside Thomas. Back to Truck. And finished off by Truck.
Nothing left a chance there from Truck as he stuffed it home at the rim.
Paxson passes to Pippen. And they double up Jordan. That's a floater go. Second chance effort. That one's good. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Cartwright.
Winning play there. Saw the opportunity to take a second crack at it.
Well, we know he's bounced around, Clark. At times rode the bench. But Truck has always stayed ready.
Yeah, I respect that about how he prepares. A great teammate, a rugged defender. Here late in his career, he's fit in nicely with the bad boy Pistons.
Grant the pass to Jordan. Pass to Paxson. 6 to shoot. Grant dishes to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Grant for 3. Here's Cartwright. Left side Grant. Outside Jordan. Bulls moving the ball around. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
I'll tell you, trying to defend Michael Jordan one-on-one is just about impossible.
Agree with that. Incredibly quick first step he has, and if he doesn't blow by you, he can probably overpower you.
And Truck with the reply. Not backing down at all from Michael Jordan.
Well, that is how you make the most of a screen.
I agree. Freed him up enough for the emphatic finish.
That's exactly how coaches draw it up. Great screen and let the ball handler do the rest.
Clark, 11 consecutive All-Star appearances for the terrific Isaiah Thomas.
He's one of the best to ever do it. No question about it. He's never missed being an All-Star in his decorated career.
And in the All-Star game, Mike, just over 2 weeks ago in Orlando, plenty of representation from tonight's game.
Isaiah. Thomas, Joe Dumars, and Dennis Rodman represented Detroit. And for Chicago, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Coach Phil Jackson. And still, the West won easily behind Magic, Clyde the Glide, and the Admiral.
Here's Paxson after Dennis Rodman's bucket there. Inside. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Jordan.
For his position, Grant has good vision with the ball. I mean, he can find open guys.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. The Pistons making a change here. McGuire's checked in. King's checked in for Chicago. Pistons leading by 10. And Mike, as teams construct their rosters, a lot different now than it was 9 years ago before the salary cap.
And the cap is at $12.5 million this season. Next year, it goes up to $13.3 million. Trying to build a contender, it's not just X's and O's. There's a balance sheet, too.
Here's Jordan after the made shot from Truck. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
Solid pass from King. Excellent job finding and hitting the open man.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And what a game for Truck. Mike, he's playing Michael Jordan basically to a standstill.
And that's saying something. Jordan with every accolade under the sun, but that's the beauty of sports. You never know.
And now let's send it over to our friend David Aldridge for more.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Bulls are a league best 21-7 on the road, with the Golden State Warriors second best at 17-8. Only 2 teams in the West with a winning road record, as opposed to 4 teams in the East. Back to you.
Interesting information, David. Thank you. Mike, what should we take from that disparity?
I think it speaks to the depth of the Western Conference. A lot harder to secure a road win when you're up against that tougher competition. And it's all gravy when you're getting scoring like this from Trump.
And so Jordan will bring it out for the Bulls. Down by 12. Fires top of the key. Ball's knocked loose. King against Aguirre. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Truck against Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot.
Well, you talk about a guy who's all work and effort. Truck never seems to take a play off.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And a different look here for the Pistons. Edwards checked in for Lambier. Sally comes in for Rodman. Walker's checked in for Aguirre. And Thomas subbed in for Dumars. The Bulls also changing it up. Purdue comes in for Cartwright. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Paxson. Now a timeout called by Detroit. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Bulls trail by 14. Armstrong with it. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And the shot goes in. Jordan's got 17.
Some contact won't hold Jordan at bay. He gets aggressive and gets through.
No good on that one. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pistons lead by 12. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway.
Very close, I tell you. That one's tough because that foot just hit out of bounds before the contact.
Welcome back to the 4th quarter here in Auburn Hills, and these fans rooting on their Pistons to steal a game from the champion Chicago Bulls. Detroit leading by 12. And Thursday, the Pistons hosting the Milwaukee Bucks. Mike handing out free windbreakers to the first 4,000 fans. A nice deal.
And for the fans braving the harsh Michigan winter, enjoy those windbreakers. You might want to layer up a bit with those, just saying.
Fundamentally sound right there. Threw it down with 2 hands.
Yet, sweet dunk for him.
Beyond the aesthetics, a big 2 points.
Purdue the screen. Pass to Jordan. Here's King. Over to the left wing. Here's Upson. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. And Bedford pulls it down.
Well, we've said the Pistons would need players to step up offensively. And remarkably, it's been Truck who's answered the bell.
Mike, you know that has not been his calling card historically, but he's having himself a night for sure here.
Another one for Truck going right at MJ.
I love seeing Truck use his body on the glass. Outstanding hustle.
Chicago calls timeout. Bill Landers checked in for Bedford. Then for the Bulls, Williams comes in for King. And it's Paxson in for Armstrong. Bulls trail by 16. Outside, Jordan. Here's Upson. Shoots over Walker. Upson, that's good. Upson's got his first bucket of the night.
And Detroit doing an excellent job slowing down this much-vaunted Chicago offense.
Well, we know and agree that the Pistons' identity is defense. You knew they would try to muck things up and put some sandpaper into the defense, and that's what they've done.
Down low. Williams against Shalley. Upson's shot is off. Purdue, no luck. Pistons leading by 14. And finished off by Truck.
There goes Truck, running real well if you ask me.
Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible.
Pass to Jordan. Some nice ball movement here by Chicago. To the inside. It's hauled in by Truck. Truck's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And for the season, Mike, Isaiah Thomas averaging a little over 7 assists a game.
Down quite a bit from his career average, but productive as ever with his score.
You know, Michael Jordan has led the Bulls to the playoffs every season since he was drafted. That's 7 times in all. But it took time for them to be a serious contender.
And the Pistons had been that obstacle in their path. But last season, the Bulls finally overcame them in convincing fashion.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So for the Pistons, Rodman comes in for Shalley, and it's Dumars in for Walker. The Bulls also changing it up. Cartwright's checked in for Purdue. Grant comes in for Williams, and Pippen subbed in for Hobson. Now here's Grant. The pass to Carter. And here is Jordan. It's Pippen on the wing, covered by Dumars. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And to this point, Mike, Truck's giving MJ the business. He has really played him well.
And no one could have predicted this coming in. Truck's playing arguably the game of his life.
And Mike, how about Dennis Rodman, averaging over 6 offensive rebounds a game this season?
And usually he looks to pass out. The Pistons wouldn't mind him trying to score a little bit more off those rebounds.
Now, here's Thomas. Clock at 4. Pass to Truck. No good on the 3. And so, it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. It's an 18-point game. Jordan kicks to Pippen. Back to Jordan. Up and against Pippen. Back to Jordan. Second shot opportunity. Good, and quick. Gets the assist. Jordan's got 19 points.
The mid-range is more or less wide open for Jordan. It's a go-to scoring area for him.
Pass to Truck. Thomas, a screen on Jordan. Thomas, good. And the Pistons lead by 18.
The offense, very impressive tonight, creating a lead that was too large to overcome.
Executed the game plan perfectly.
Back to Pippen. Shoots over Dumars, and Pippen gets it to go.
With his physicality, Pippen is fearless inside that painted area.
Thomas, a screen on Jordan. Down low. Stolen by Grant. Paxson against Thomas. From 15 feet away, Detroit with the rebound. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Dumars. To the paint. Again, Truck going to Jordan.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
We've seen too many games slip away late. They did a great job of putting this one to bed.
Right side, Pippen. Paxson outside. And the Pistons defending their court here at the Palace. Mike finally securing a win against their arch nemesis, the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, a much-needed win to prove their case.
Yeah. I bet your grandpa was feeling himself that night, huh?
He was proud, but it's not like he thought he was better than Michael Jordan all of a sudden.
I mean, I hope so. Hey, I love you, Grandpa. I do. You know I love you, but let's be real. Let's talk about MJ.
The next time they played, Coach Daly put Truck on MJ to start the game. Jordan had about 15 points in the first 5 minutes.
Brutal.
Yeah. But, you know, that's what made him great, though, right? I mean, Truck could get the best out of Michael on any given night. But Michael was going to use that as fuel and get the best out of you 9 times out of 10.
99 times out of 100.
Yeah, at this level, anybody could have a great game, son.
But only the greatest get it done every night.
So you have been missing.
Of course. Kind of hard not to. I mean, you told the story like 500 times. Kind of hard to miss the point.
You're going to get old, too. I hope you remember.
Nah, I'm not getting old.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now look at my knees.
I'm not getting old. We'll be just like this forever.
Let's circle back on that one.
Love you, Pop.
Love you too.